Now, on the final day of Parliament before the summer recess, Labour MP Dawn Butler was asked to leave the House of Commons after branding Boris Johnson a liar. The Member of Parliament refused to withdraw her comments after she said the Prime Minister had lied to the country over and over again. Let's take a quick look at the incident.
Madam Deputy Speaker, what would you rather, a weakened leg or a severed leg? You know, at the end of the day, the Prime Minister has lied to this House time and time again. And it's funny that we get in trouble in this place for calling out the lie rather than the person lying.
Order, 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 order. Can you please reflect on your words and withdraw your remarks?
Deputy Speaker, I've reflected on my words, and somebody needs to tell the truth in this House that the Prime Minister has lied.
Under the power given me by Standing Order number 43, I order the member to withdraw immediately from the House for the remainder of the day's sitting.
Well, I must say, had that rule existed in the European Parliament, I'd have been kicked out again and again and again. But as I understand it, Deanna, there are two things in the House of Commons that you can't say. You can't say someone's a liar, and there was the famous occasion with Alan Clark wearing a dinner jacket, do you remember? Barely able to speak. He'd been at a grand dinner somewhere, and somebody accused him of being drunk and was asked about apology. So you can't say you're a liar and you can't say you're drunk. I think they're the only two things that are out of bounds, aren't they?
I'm sure there are other things, but I wouldn't want to talk about them on live daytime television. No, I think the point is manners in Parliament are really, really important, and it's why there is so much of this drawn into procedures. Because we are there to debate policy. We're not there to get personal. We're not there to attack others. You can call them out for policy, but when you are saying, you know, you are a liar, I mean, saying you in itself is not allowed, because something that I think people don't often understand. I often get asked, why do you say Mr. Speaker all the time? Because convention is that you talk to the Speaker rather than directing your comments at your opposition.
Through the chair.
So it's effectively to try and take the heat out of the personal nature of the politics. And frankly, we get enough rubbish from outside the House. We don't need it in there as well. But Arlene, what's your stance? Do you think...
I think the phrase Nigel was looking for in relation to Alan Clark was tired and emotional.
That's right.
Tired and emotional.
That's right.
But look, I mean, I do fundamentally believe that you need to have space for civilised debate, and that's why we have these rules in the first place. You're absolutely right, because where does it end? If you allow you are a liar, then it just goes into the sort of abuse that we see on social media all the time. So there does need to be respect for the rules. And let's face it, Dawn Butler knew exactly what she was doing. She knew what was going to happen. She was going to get a lot of attention, she was going to get a lot of publicity, and of course that's exactly what happened.
And Paul, what do you think? Was she in it for the social media clicks?
I was just thinking of the Dennis Skinner quip, the famous one. He said half the Tory members are liars, and the Speaker said the honourable gentleman must withdraw that remark. He said, I apologise, I'll withdraw it. Half the Tory members are not liars.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I think Tom Harris, a former Labour MP, wrote a good piece in the Telegraph this week where he said, look, whatever we might feel privately about certain politicians lying, and I wouldn't trust Boris Johnson as far as I could throw him, I don't think the public particularly wants to see their MPs throwing that kind of insult across the Commons at each other. Because the point is, where does it end? The minute you say this is permissible in the Commons, then every MP could use it against any other MP on the opposite side, and it would just be used constantly. So whilst in principle I think Dawn Butler had a point, I think in terms of protocol, I don't think we can open the door to that sort of thing happening.
No, well, we had none of that in Strasbourg, I can tell you. It was like a sort of bear garden at times over there, but there we are.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.